Hi gorgeous girls, today I've got a 5-minute art tip for you, and actually this art tip, there'll be a few art tips in here, but the thing I want to talk about is stencils and spray. Now they seem to be the very latest, everybody's got them. Stencils are doing huge business, and this is one of the stencils that I've got here, and this is one of the sprays. It's called Arondac Colour Wash by Tim Holtz or by Ranger. Now this is an orangey, it's sunset orange it's called. Now you can also buy a range of sprays by Dilutions, which are really pretty colours. But if you want the whole set, it's going to cost you a pretty penny. So what I'm going to show you today is some other ways, and probably cheaper ways, that you can have your own spray colours. And I'm just going to show you for a start how this one works. Okay, so that's the colour wash, and I'm going to just, I hate wasting paint or ink at all, so I tend to use anything that I've got on the left on it on another page or on the same page. So I see some people just rub them off with a paper towel, and I just think that's so wasteful. Wow, you know, they're not cheap. So I'm just going to dry that for a second with my dryer, and then I'll show you some much cheaper and easier ways that you can make colour sprays using your own paints that you've got at home. And first of all, actually, before I do that, I'll just show you there's another spray that probably a lot of you got, which is the Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist. And I just find some of these colours so weak that they were, oh, it's coming out. Shouldn't spray it so. And I found them quite weak and not very exciting. But then sometimes you want colours that aren't as strong. So they do have a place, and you can see there, whoa, that didn't work out too great, but you know, these are background pages, so they don't have to be perfect every time, and you're probably going to cover half of it up with gesso or collage or something else anyway. So once again, I've shown you how those work. The good thing about the Glimmer Mist is it gives you a pretty glittery look. In certain lights, you can see it starting to, I don't know whether you can see that on the camera or not. I'll hold it up a bit higher. You might be able to see it as it's drying out. Anyway, what I've found, number one, that you can make your own stencils. Number two, that you can make your own sprays. So here are some of the stencils that I've made, and they're not perfect, but they work okay for backgrounds. This is one that I just made out of some plastic, and just cut with a you know, a scalpel, and I'll just show you with the orange how that works. Lift it up. See, it's just as good as some of the others. Now obviously I'm not going to make my own flowery ones because I just can't get them that intricate, but you can if you buy a special tool, and it's a heated cutting tool, and I think it's by Versa or Versamark. And the other thing I did try the other day was using a soldering iron, and it does work. You're not going to get as perfect flowers as you do with the stencil that I've just used, but it does work. The other way to do it, I see that I'm just about up to my 5 minutes already, so I'm going to have to move really quickly. I've used this blackboard. It's black. It's actually black plastic, and I have got X-ray, the old X-ray plastics before from the X-ray department, and used them. These are butterflies. Got them up the wrong way. It's just an ordinary piece of cardboard, so you can actually cut your own cardboard out and make it into stencils, as you can see here. Anyway, back to the sprays. So the first spray I want to show you is, actually I want to show you a spray bottle. I actually bought some of the spray bottles like these, and found that they blocked up really easily. But recently, my husband, who loves sweets, came home with these little bottles, and what they are is the spray liquid sweets that they sell, and they're about $1 each. And I thought, oh, I'll try those as a water bottle, and they've been fantastic. So I'm just going to show you what to do. Okay, so you've got some normal everyday poster paints, not poster paints, acrylic paints. So these are the really cheap ones that you get at the dollar store. Just open them up and have a little bit of water in your spray container, and I'll just try and get rid of that bubble, and pour some into your water. Okay, it's enough. Put the spray lid on, give it a good shake, and guess what? You've got your new spray. Let me show you how it works. Okay, there you go. I think it's pretty good. It's a bit watery to start with, but you'll find that as you shake it, whoops, this one, the lever on it's staying down, so you might have to manually lift it up. But I think it works quite well. Anyway, I was going to show you, and if you're prepared to work with it, I think you get really nice stencils. Not stencils, really good spray paints. And the other one I'm going to show you today is a metallic, because we all need metallics, and here's some metallic $1 paint that we can use. Try this, put it into the water once again. Oh, you can see the beautiful metallics in it. Okay, put the top on, give it a good shake, and now we'll try this one. Here's our flowery, trying to find our flowery stencils. There's one. Let's see how this one goes. Beautiful. Just put it down on there and give it a... Okay, it looks like it's going to be a 10-minute art tip, but I still think it's a worthwhile art tip for you, because for those of you who've been hankering for those sprays and maybe they're just not within your grasp financially, you know, go out and get your paints out, add a bit of water to them and spray them on, and you've got just a very similar thing. So, what I'm going to do here is just spray that to dry it, and as you can see, I've got a very colourful background which I can start my art on. So I hope that's been inspiring for you today, that you can actually make your own art sprays out of what you've got. Oh, I did want to show you one other thing. Well, I'm a bit forgetful these days. You can also use these if you happen to have these artist acrylic inks. These come, you open up, if you can, you open up the lid, and they have a dropper inside them, and you just lift up the ink, and it's very vibrant. Now you can add a few drops of that into one of those spray bottles with water, and it works just as well, if not more fantastic. So there's my 10-minute, I think, art tip now for the day. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'd love to hear how you go, and if you actually managed to make art with these spray paints. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.